And my adventure is yesterday into today. It's the pilgrimage and seeing everyone from all over the world who's Catholics believes the same thing and like connecting with them just because they're from all different countries.
One here.
My name is Tisha Miles. I'm from Virginia. And my biggest adventure would be altar serving after the Mass because it was so many people there, and I got to also with all the different bishops and also for a cardinal, and it was just a really nice experience.
At one point, Archbishop, the big screen had a shot of, I believe, Archbishop O'Brien preaching from the podium, but you were right over his shoulder, and our 5 young people were right over him.
Good.
It's a nice picture.
What is the main message of the Pope? What did you take out of what he had to say? Certainly his presence was overwhelming. The fact that a man could control or gain the attention of over 1 million people as he did last night and today. Extraordinary, just his presence. But what about his message? What message are you going to live with?
My name is Marimar. I'm from St. Joseph's in Cockeysville, and to me it was very touched my heart when he said, "Don't be afraid to be a Catholic," and I think that's very powerful.
And we, whenever he said this all the time, like whenever we talk to us, I felt such a feeling that he says, I'm praying for you, I'm praying for all of you. And he had a lot of emphasis on how we need to start moving in the years and that the decisions are all great, but with his grace from how he praying with the entire church that we sit here.
My name is Betty Harris. I'm from St. Veronica's Parish. What meant a lot to me was hearing the Pope say, reminding us we need silence. We need silence. And sometimes we get caught up in all of the noise around us, but the silence is what brings us close.
I'm Olivia Goldsboro, Cathedral Mary Queen, and the message that I kept hearing over and over again was to share your faith, that it's important to give it to others and be proud of being Catholic and share it with others so that it can continue to grow in the world.
When the Holy Father met with the young religious, his message, which he's been reiterating throughout the trip, is that all of us, though, are to show the world that there's one love that fills, and one love that is the source of our happiness. I think that's part of his message.
You seem to be concerned about the life that you have to face every day, right? That there are obstacles out there. And what were some of those obstacles he spoke about? Or maybe he didn't mention it explicitly. I think he did in a couple of cases. What did he appreciate about the young culture today that you're living in, that we should be aware of, first of all, and pray about and join together as a community in supporting one another and combating some of these negative forces out there? What do you mean by relativism?
I'm Sarah. We were down Sales Academy in St. Louis Parish, and relativism is the idea that there is no absolute truth. So if there's no truth, then anything can be true or not true, and anyone can decide for themselves what they should and should not do. So if there's no truth, then people can go around doing whatever they want with no boundaries, and that's the problem.
Precisely. It sounds so logical. Be tolerant, you know. Be tolerant doesn't mean to accept everything as true. It means to accept the person. but to make distinctions as to what is being said and what direction life should be led in. That's, I think, I don't know if he ever speaks at any length without mentioning that.
I think he definitely belongs on somewhere in this page. I want to change this more, but the harmony get better.
I'm Kelly Jones. I live in sales and I also live in St. Louis, Richmond. And I learned that instead of getting frustrated or angry with something or a situation, just know that it's happening because God wants it to happen and to offer our frustration.
I'm Erin. I go to Madrid, and I come from Cathedral. And when I went to confession one of the days this week, the priest advised me that whenever you're suffering, when the world is there were so many people and it was all getting crazy, you should have to remember that Jesus suffered a lot too, and you should put that into perspective. And so I'm going to try not to complain as much, just to remember to keep thanking God for what He did.
Most of you go to Catholic schools, huh? Maybe you'll take your religion courses a little more seriously instead of just a study. It really should point to a way of life. I don't think you would appreciate it these days unless you have had a good Catholic background. And I know a young priest visited me the other day from our diocese, and he said he was not a Catholic, and he went to World Youth Day in Denver with two of his Catholic buddies. He decided to become a Catholic and then become a priest. Change his life. One thing I always do, I've traveled a lot. When I go home, I appreciate my country. And I also appreciate those who are not of my country, who are struggling, as you have struggled these few days, for language, how frustrating it is, for acceptance, for appreciation of, what that person's background is, and the talents and the good virtues on the part of, and gifts on the part of these other people. I think a greater appreciation of, how many for you would be the first time out of the United States? So that's an important thing for Americans, I think, who are so self-satisfied, thinking, the whole world centers around good old USA. Why we love it, we love our country. Travel opens our eyes and opens our consciences, I hope, to others. That line repeated several times in the Old Testament, where the Lord speaks to the Jews and said, you have to be kind to the alien, because remember, once you are a foreigner, an alien in a foreign country, they were in Egypt. It's something I think we have to appreciate more as an American. Anything else? Any other changes?
One of my favorite quotes from Pope Benedict that I think Father Austin shared in one of his homilies is, "You were not made for comfort, you were made for greatness." And that's something that has always stuck with me since he said, I'm correct, right? Didn't he say that? Did Pope Benedict say that?
You should.
It's great. Anyway, I think we've all experienced that this pilgrimage. We have not had many worldly comforts, and yet we've been so happy, and there hasn't been a day gone by when we've not had a blast, when we've enjoyed each other's company and we loved each other more, and especially we were able to spend time with our religious, and then we went to a couple cloistered monasteries and met with Dominicans who are cloistered both in Fatima and here in Spain, and they were so joyful, weren't they? I mean, they were laughing with us, they sang with us, and they don't have any of the things that we take for granted and use daily with technology and et cetera, et cetera. So I definitely want to change that in my life, be grateful for what we have, but then maybe not use those comforts as much, if that makes sense. I would like to give up some worldly things for God, make more sacrifices.
Well, it's been a great experience for all of us, I think. I didn't see that much of it. I just got here on Saturday afternoon, as you know. Maybe very early in the morning. Yes,
And Archbishop O'Brien, what have you been doing since you got here? Well, did you participate in the...
I did,
Okay.
yes. We're in a hotel with the rest of the bishops. And we go several different directions usually when we go to these events. But yeah, we're privileged, you know. We have nice seats. I got there a little late yesterday. I was driven. But no, it's been about the 4th World Youth Day for me. And I appreciate each one. Thank you for bringing the Mount to Sales group. Thank you, Marty, yourself, and certainly let's give a hand to our good leader here.
If I may ask, Archbishop O'Brien, what would you like from us going back to the Archdiocese? What would you like to see that we can give to the schools, to the friends, with all you know, to the Archdiocese to help you?
Well, I think each of you should clarify, crystallize in your own mind what you're going to take home. What you will take home, what you should take home. It's not over when you get off that plane, because life is a pilgrimage. This is just one step, but an important step in your life's pilgrimage. And I think, and I think St. Paul said one time, be able to give an explanation of the faith that is yours, of the hope that is yours. So clarify for yourselves and help each other clarify what distinctive difference this has made, so you can explain it to others and change other lives as your lives have been changed. And I think from that, in your communities, maybe something will grow out of this for others.